Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees, bonus pranams. So I welcome each one of you for the Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Today, as speaker, we have His Grace Satcidananda Govinda Prabhu, who is joining us. Prabhu is there. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining, and welcome to the forum. So I kindly request you to go ahead and then share the nectar with all of us, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for invitation. Can you share the text, Prabhu?
You want me to share? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
ॐ ज्ञानतिवृन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोधनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरा वनचारि यमुनातीरा वनचारि जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jai Gaura. Haribol, 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 Jai Gaura, Haribol. Hari Ram Sankirtan ki Jai, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Gurudev ki Jai. So the voice is audible, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Today we're going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 31, text number 16. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Nyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Ashtapraye Savadreshu Rityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandakopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha. Edatpadam tat jagadatmanoparam sakrit vibhatam savituryata pravaha idasavo jhakrati supta saktayo davyakrijnana bhira brahma adayaha. Edatpadam tat jagadatmanoparam sakrit vibhatam savituryata pravaha idasavo jhakrati supta saktayo द्रव्यक्रियज्ञान भीर भ्रम आदयः एतत्पदं जगतात्मन परं सत्कृत् विभातं समतुर्यता प्रवाह विदासवो जागृति सप्त सक्तयो द्रव्यक्रियज्ञान भीर भ्रम आदयः. Everybody can repeat, Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Etat padam tat jagat atmana param sakrit vibhatam savitur yata prabham yata savo jagriti supta saktayo dravya kriya jnana bhita brahmatyayaha. Hare Krishna.
Okay. For translation, please. The word meaning, either this cosmic manifestation, Padam, place of habitation, that Jagat Atmanaha, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Param, transcendental, Satkrita, sometime, Vibhatam, manifested, Savituhu, of the sun, Yataha, as Pravaha, sunshine, Yataha, as Asaraha, the senses, Jagriti, become manifest, Saptaha, inactive, Saktayaha, energies, Dravya, physical elements, Kriyaha, activities, Jnana, knowledge, Vida, Brahmaha, differences from misunderstanding, Atyayaha, passing away. Translation Professor Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Just as the sunshine is not different from the sun, the cosmic manifestation is also non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Personality is therefore all-pervasive within this material world creation. When the senses are active, They appear to be part and parcel of the body. But when the body is asleep, their activities are unmanifest. Similarly, the whole cosmic creation appears different and yet not different from the Supreme Person. For Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I will go para by para. First para will read, then we'll go for how to understand this Prabhupada purport. This confirms the philosophy of Achinta Bheda Veda Tattva, simultaneously one and different, propounded by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is simultaneously different and not different from this cosmic manifestation. In the previous verse, it has been explained that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, like the root of a tree, is the original cause of everything. It was also explained how the Supreme Personality of Godhead is all pervasive. He is present within everything in this material manifestation. Since the energy of the Supreme Lord is not different from him, this material cosmic manifestation is also non-different from him. Although it appears different, the sunshine is not different from the sun itself, but it is simultaneously also different. One may be in sunshine, but he is not on the sun itself. Those who live in this material world are living on the bodily rays of Supreme Personality of God, but they cannot see him personally in the material condition. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakayam Takshuru Vimilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Vidinamini. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschapta Deshadharini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ogam Saroti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim. Yat Kripa Tavaham Bande Shri Guru Deenadharinam. Paramananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna, this chapter is full of philosophy. Prabhupada always mentioned in his purport, in various purports, religion without philosophy is sentiment, or sometimes is fanaticism. And while philosophy without religion is mental speculation. So Prabhupada says the ultimate goal is Krishna. So that's the reason we have to understand the philosophy to come out from the mental speculation. That's the reason Prabhupada presented all his book how to understand deeply the text of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, which is purport. Each and every purport, it is connecting us with the Supreme Lord. Even in this purport also, he is giving nice analogies. More than 3 analogies given in this purport. We try to understand para by para. So today we are celebrating Independence Day. Wish you all very happy Independence Day. Today full of enjoyment, taking rest at home. So one of our Acharya is giving the meaning of India, what is the real independence. So the complete independence means we have to realize our own constitution position. The real independence of living entity, who is part and parcel of Krishna, the Supreme Personality Godhead, it will remain always dependent on the Supreme Lord. That is real independence. Like the example is just like a child who plays in complete independence because he is protected by the parents. So he's completely independent, even though he's playing. Because the parents always watch over them, the children. So the independence of the conditioned soul does not mean to fight with the obstacles. There are many obstacles in our life offered by Maya. But surrender to Krishna is a real independence. When you keep on just, that is called in next, one of our Acharya explained. So, Group also explained many purport. In the material world, everything trying to become completely independent. You want to be independent, then, even many independence movements parties are there in this world. So they are simply by fighting obstacles offered by Maya. This is called struggle for existence. So Prabhupada always use this word, struggle for existence. Because the obstacles come, we keep on struggling to fight with obstacles, that we lost our time in that. So the real independence is to be reinstated in the service of the Lord. That is the real independence. So the true test of independence is to when we utilize our independence fruitfully. That is the real independence. By becoming free from the negative influence of lust, anger, greed, pride, hatredness, jealousy, and doubted our mind, intelligence, and senses for the pleasure of Supreme Lord, by chanting His holy name, remembering His unlimited qualities, by studying Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and His divine pastimes, and engaging in unalloyed devotion, that is real independence. So, by sincerely doing so, the veil of ignorance is uncovered. We are all ignored, conditioned soul. And the darkness of illusion is dispelled from our hearts by the mercy of Acharya, Guru. Therefore, through our spiritual association, Satsanga, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, by constantly remembering the Lord, Satam Kirtayan Pravam, we can blissfully raise the flag of our love. So independently they raise the flag. Janagana Manaha, they sing actually. So we can blissfully raise the flag of our love and devotion to the spiritual side, to the Golok Vrindavan. That is the real Independence Day. We have to raise our flag of love and devotion to the Lord. In this way, we can raise our consciousness step by step, understanding real Independence Day, the meaning of real independence. Very well. So today's text in the purport a purport mentioned about the Achinta Beda Veda Tattva. Why is the philosophy is very, very important for us? Hare Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, text number 61, is mentioned, Ishvara Sarva Bhuthanam Hridesha Arjuna Siddhati Brahmayan Sarva Bhutanam Yantar Rudani Maya. So the Supreme Lord is there in everyone's heart. I am there in everyone's heart, Arjuna. According to the karma, we get this vision. Yantar Rudani Maya. We are all sitting on a machine offered by the material according to our karma. So how we are going to use this machine? Accordingly, we get another destination. So in Bhagavad 9.4 also, about the manifestation of this world is mentioned. Maya tadavidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtinaha matsani sarvabhutani nachagam tesha arastikaha. This entire cosmic manifestation is pervaded by me in my manifested form. All living beings dwell in me, but I do not dwell in them. Same what Prabhupada mentioned the first para, we can understand from this sloka. So, the Lord repeatedly profound that He is all pervading in this world. Eke Deva Sarvabhuteshu Bhuta Sarvavyapi. He is a Sarvabhuteshu Sarvavyapi. It mentions Sveta Upanishad. Eko Devaha, there's one God. Sarvabhuteshu is there everywhere. All manifestations. Sarvavyapi is everywhere. He is seated everyone's heart. He is also everywhere in this world. Also mentioned in the 14th chapter also. So, Ishavashanam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagato Jagat. God is everywhere in this world. That's what even Ishopanishad says, text number 1. Even Purusha Sutta also says, Purusha Yevedagam Sarvam Yad Bhutam Yancha Bhavyam. Purusha Sutta. God pervades everything that has existed, that all that will exist. So, Krishna is there everywhere. But how we can see Krishna? That is by practice. So, one time Prabhupada was walking in Washington, somewhere in New York, along the beach side. That time there was so much cold wind. So the disciples forgot to bring chadaras or the coat for the winter coat for Srila Prabhupada. The cold wind is blowing, but Prabhupada is smiling. All the disciples asked forgiveness from Prabhupada. Prabhupada, sorry, we didn't bring a sweater for you or a jacket for you. Please apologize for that. Say, don't worry. Krishna is embracing me with this cold wind. So he sees Krishna even in the cold wind. That is pure devotee. So, as we know, there are 4 sampradayas. Just for, in brief, we can understand the 4 sampradayas. Even though we know, we can hear again. So, we are from Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya. It is from Brahma Sampradaya, Madhava Sampradaya. His Acharya is Madhvacharya. What is the philosophy? Shuddha Advaita philosophy. It is from Brahma, sorry, Shuddha Dvaita philosophy, not Dvaita, Shuddha Dvaita philosophy. It is from Brahma, then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took initiation from Ishvara Puri. Then he performed this Achinta Veda Tattva, inconceivable oneness and difference. And the Bhashya written by Madhvacharya is Purna Prajna Bhashya. In the Lakshmi Sampradaya, also we know Shri Sampradaya, Shri Vaishnava Sampradaya, Ramanuja Acharya Sampradaya, have many names for the Sampradaya. Acharya is Ramanuja Acharya. And the philosophy is Vishishta Advaita. Specific monism. And the Bhashya written by Madhvacharya, Shri Bhashya. So, for every Sampradaya, the Bhashya is very, very important. Otherwise, they will not accept as a bona fide Sampradaya. Even our Sampradaya, how it manifests from Baladev Vyash Bhushana. So, you will understand. Next is Rudra Sampradaya. The Acharya is Vishnu Swami or Vallabhacharya. The philosophy Shuddha Advaita philosophy, purified monism. The Bhashya is Sarvajna Bhashya. The last is Kumara Sampradaya, Acharya is Nimbarka Sampradaya, or Nimbarka Sampradaya, Acharya is Nimbarka. Dvaita, Advaita, that means monism and dualism. The whether the commentary for this is Parijata Saurabhi Bhashya. So all the Sampradaya is a Bhashya written by the Acharya. Even when in our Sampradaya, the Brahmavada Sampradaya, because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Bhagavatam is a Vedanta, contain all the Bhashya. So in our Sampradaya, nobody written the Bhashya for the Vedanta, because already Bhagavatam is there. So when they worshipping the deity in Jaipur, Radha Govinda, the Ramanandis, who is the follower of Ramanujacharya, they asked all the devotees, what is your Bhashya? Where is your Bhashya? We said your Chitta Veda Veda Tattva, but where is the Bhashya? That means you are not bona fide Sampradaya, so you cannot worship the Lord. So they reported the king, and the king requested and sent the priest of Radha Govinda to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, was residing in Radha Kund. So he had taken a vow that he will never leave Radha Kund. Because the king's request, he sent two of his disciples, Baladev Udaya Pushana and Krishna Dasa. Two disciples. So Baladev Udaya Pushana went to Jaipur, where Radha Govinda is there. He was praying to the Lord, Govinda, please give your mercy. The Lord appeared to him. Don't worry, you write, I will sanction it. So within 7 days, he wrote commentary that is called Govinda Bhashya. and Lord himself sanctioned it. That's the reason it's called Govinda Bhashya. So how the philosophy is very, very important for the devotees. Otherwise, it becomes fanatism. We know many people, they're fanatic. So once, as a devotee, we should understand, evam vo yevati tattvataha. Even Krishna says many sloka tattvataha. Janma karma cha devam evam yoveti tattvataha. Tatvitti pranipatene paripakshene seva yudanti tejanam jnanava tattva darshana. Tattva. So in Bhagavad Lord is specifically mentioned tattvataha, the philosophy you have to understand. How the Lord appeared, how Lord disappeared from this world, what is his activity. It's everything contained philosophy. Even killing Putin also one philosophy is there. So, in this way, Prabhupada is giving clear, very clear purpose how devotee can understand the philosophy behind each and every sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So, even from the tree, we can learn lesson from the tree. So in the tree, the three parts are very, very important. What are the three parts in the tree? First is the root. Root is our sampradaya. The philosophy is a root for us. The second is stem. How the root grows to that level by cultivation, by pouring water, pouring some natural, this one called the seed, urea, something. Cultivation. So we have to cultivate the knowledge as given by our Acharya by reading them, understanding them. These are cultivating our knowledge. First, you have to connect with our philosophy, with our sampradaya. Then you have to cultivate that knowledge by reading and understanding Srimad Bhagavatam. Then third is the leaves, the branches, the fruit, the flowers is called contribution. When you connect ourselves with strongly with the philosophy and the knowledge, sampradaya, the second cultivation about reading and hearing about the sampradaya, understanding Srimad Bhagavatam, the cultivating the knowledge. The series of Prabhupada written many books. Then when you connect and cultivate, we can easily contribute to the entire world. That's what Prabhupada. Translating the book.
First of highlights is the soundtrack. Genuinely, a song sung by Arijit Singh titled Chariot is also beautiful.
Paper laya.
Journey taken by Tara Singh as he is consumed with the grief about the condition of his son.
Hare Krishna.
With the music with wisdom. Something so rare about sequels.
Hare Krishna. Is okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, I think somebody was speaking.
Yeah.
We just muted them.
Yeah. The connection with our philosophy and our sampradaya, then cultivating the knowledge from our Acharya's textbook, understanding that we can contribute to the entire world. That's what Prabhupada, when he was translating the Srimad Bhagavatam, he referred many books from Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, Kanta Purana, Brahmanda Purana. How many books he referred to give us the nectar so that we can easily understand. Then we can contribute to the society. This is the real tree of life. So we have to connect ourselves, we have to cultivate, and we can contribute to the community. That's what you can understand from the purport, the first para. The second para, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ? Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Go to second para, Prabhu. Okay. The sunshine is light. The sun globe itself is light. And the sun god is also light. However, the sunshine is not identical with the sun god, reverse form. This is the meaning of simultaneous one and different. Achinta Veda Veda Tattva. All the planets rest on the sunshine. And because of the heat of the sun, they all revolve in their orbits on each and every planet. The tree and plants grow and change colors due to the sunshine. Being the ray of the sun, the sunshine is not different from the sun. Similarly, all the planets resting on the sunshine are not different from the sun. The entire material world is completely dependent on the sun, being produced by a sun, and the cause, the sun, is inherent in the defects. Similarly, Krishna is the cause of all causes, and the effects are permeated by the original cause. The entire cosmic manifestation should be understood as the expanded energy of the Supreme Lord. So in the second para, also mentioned about the philosophy. So one more para also says before to actually. So in the purport, in the second para, in this verse, word Padam indicates that place where the Supreme Personality Godhead resides, as confirmed in Isha Upanishad, Ishavasham Idam Sarvam. The proprietor of the house may live in one room of the house, but the entire house belongs to him. A king may live in one room in the Buckingham Palace, but the entire palace is considered to his property. It is not necessary for the king to live in every room of the palace for it to be his. He may be physically absent from the room, but still the entire palace is understood to be his royal domain. So the second para is mentioned here, Prabhupada mentioned two analogies. The king, they taken the example of the king of Buckingham Palace. So in the connection with this purport, the second para, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in 15th chapter, what is spiritual sky, spiritual world? Nadat pasata suryo nasatanko na pavakaha yat gatvana dvartante tadhama paramam bhava. The Supreme Lord Krishna says, in my abode, My abode is not illuminated by Natato, nor Bhashito studio, by sun or moon, nor by Nasansuku na Pavakaha, nor by fire or electricity. Yatyadva nivartante tadhama paramamama. Those who reach that, they never return to the material world. That is spiritual world. That's the reason Padam is indicated in the second in the verse, where the Supreme Personal Godhead resides. That is the spiritual world. About the spiritual world, Krishna himself explained to Arjuna in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, text number 6. So in the third paragraph, already we've gone through this third paragraph. So again, Prabhupada mentioned about the Sampradaya, the philosophy. So even though there are many philosophy, but in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu philosophy is very, very special. What is very, very special in our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ajitam Veda Tattva philosophy? Anyone can share, Prabhu? What is very special? Hare Krishna. What is very special in our Achinta Veda philosophy? Performed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Hare Krishna, Babu. I don't know what is
Yeah.
special, but what I understand is all-inclusive philosophy.
All?
Inclusive philosophy.
All include, yes, yeah. Very good. So, in our philosophy, Sampradaya, the very special is, it was introduced by Madhvacharya. He is worshipping of Radha and Krishna. Before there was no worship of Radha and Krishna. First, he only introduced. So, in our Gaudiya, the philosophy, we can reach the Lord with the 5 rasas. There is no even reference in our philosophy. We go to Vrindavan, they know the Lord within the 5 rasas. Sakya the prominent rasas, Madhurya, Vasalya. So, this is speciality in our Sampradaya actually. Introduced by Madhvacharya, worshipping a Lord Radha Krishna with a love and devotion. Also, even Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mayavamsa Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha Manasastra Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati. Mayavamsa Jiva Loke. So every living it is my part and parcel. Always Prabhupada used to quote gold and gold mine. We are like a gold and Krishna is like a gold mine. It's called Ajinta Veda. Oneness in quality and different quantity. We can become godly, but we cannot become God. Like in Mayavada philosophy, they say, Aham Brahmosmi. I am also Brahman. You are part of Brahman, but you are not a Brahman. That's what Ajinta Veda philosophy. Prabhupada explained his purpose very, very like feeding a child is giving each and every analogy so we can easily understand the philosophy. So in this way, Prabhupada connects his whole text of each and every text of Srimad Bhagavatam. Is giving 3 understanding. By sloka translation, the word by word meaning, Sambandha Gyan. When you read each and every sloka with a word meaning, we get connection. Sambandha Gyan. When you read translation, we get Abhidaya Gyan. But when we read and understand the purport, we got Prayojan Gyan. Sambandha, Abhidaya, and Prayojan. All three will get. We just read one sloka. We can understand all the three Prabhupada is trying to establish. Sambandha, Abhidaya, and Prayojana. All the three things. Only thing we have to, in the last para, Prabhupada mentioned, I just read the purport. When one sleeps, the senses are inactive, but this does not mean that the senses are absent. When one is awakened, the senses become active again. Similarly, the cosmic creation is sometimes manifest and sometimes unmanifest, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Bhutva Bhutva Pralayate. When the cosmic manifestation is dissolved, it is in a kind of sleeping condition. An inactive state, whether the cosmic manifestation is active or inactive. The energy of the Supreme Lord is always existing. Thus, the word appearance and disappearance apply only to the cosmic manifestation. So when Brahmas appear, it creates the secondary creates the world. Again, with the devastation, everything goes to Vishnu's body. The rest again manifests. Bhutva Bhutva Pralayate. So in Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, the sloka mentioned about this Bhutva Bhutva Pralayate. Bhuta Grama Sageveyam Bhutva Bhutva Pralayate Ratri Agame Vasa Partha Pravati Agar Agame. So again and again, when Brahma's days arrive, all living entities come into the being. With the arrival of Brahma's night, they all helplessly annihilated. So this goes on. So we have to come out from this cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. Otherwise, we have to go back, again take birth. So the only way to come out from this birth, death, old age, disease is to chant the holy name of the Lord and try to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. And one day we can go back to our eternal abode. Allide nammane, illi bande summane. Kanakadasa says, our original home is there in Golok Vrindavan. So we have to go back home, back to God, by the mercy of our Guru and our Sampradaya Acharya. So with this, I'll conclude today's session, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The text is full of philosophy. So whatever I read from Srila Prabhupada, I try to just share my thoughts, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So that was very nice, very wonderful class. So I think you brought out the aspect of the philosophy, the Veda, which is Achintya. And also you covered on this topic of real independence, so relevant for today, which is Independence Day and how the people are celebrating. But what is real independence is another view or a perspective that you gave. So thank you for that. And also about how the Lord is present everywhere. And then, like you said, it's full of philosophy. And then you explain the sampradayas. And then you explain the analogies that Prabhupada has so wonderfully narrated. The sun and the sunshine, the king and his palace and all that. So thank you. And also the uniqueness was brought out with respect to the love of Radha and Krishna in our philosophy, in our sampradaya. So thank you very much, Prabhu, for explaining the rasas. So now I'd request devotees to kindly unmute, and then in case if you have any questions or if there are any comments, go ahead and then you can share. Hare Krishna.
I would say thank you all of you for your time, and thank you the management to give this opportunity to share some realization, not realization, some thoughts from Srila Prabhupada. Very good, very good. Dhanavad to all of you. Very good.
Hare Krishna, Satcidananda, Govinda Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. As usual, you always unique in your presentation. Thank you, Prabhu. Especially, I liked how Srila Prabhupada's purport gives us a prayojana. That's the most important point. I understood. Thank you, Prabhu.
So if there aren't any questions or comments, I think in the comment, Saraswati Mataji is saying, Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji, thanks for the wonderful teachings. So, and also Ravi Lochan Prabhu has said, Ravi Lochan Prabhu has also said, thank you for the wonderful class. So there's some of the comments here. So thank you so much.
Dhanavad Pranam, just one quick comment. Actually, the example that Prabhuji has quoted from Srila Prabhupada purport, that is actually really profound and very easy to understand. Prabhuji was explaining that, like how the king is present in one room, but it's the entire palace is his room, his actually place. Though he may be present only in one room, but still the entire palace is his place. So I think that's a very easy example to understand the Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva to some extent, and also the all-pervasive nature of the Lord. Thank you, Prabhuji. It's a beautiful example, actually.
Yeah, Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhu. So can we conclude today's session then with Vaishnava Pranams? So thank you once again, Satcidananda Prabhu. Vancha kalpatrubhyasya kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagar Siddhanath Paramanande Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Then thank you, devotees, for joining. So we will all meet up next tomorrow. And all of you have a wonderful day. Prasadesha Prabhu ki jai. Prabhu. Jai, jai, jai.